Welcome to the Star 99.9 Nuvance Health Pinktober. For the next hour, we're going to be raising money to help fight breast cancer. You can donate right now at star999.com/Pinktober, thanks to Mutual Security Credit Union. Tonight you will hear inspiring stories and great performances from Ava Max, Jasmine Thompson, The Head and the Heart, Lukas Graham, Sam Fisher, and coming up, we kick it off with Gabby Barrett.
Frequently, a woman will come into my office at 60 years old or 65 years old and say, "Oh, I found a breast lump." And my first question will be, "Well, when was your last mammogram?" And I'll hear, "Oh, I've never had a mammogram." I'll ask why. And their answer is frequently, "Well, there's no one in my family with breast cancer, so I won't get it." The reality is that the risk for developing breast cancer is 1 in 8 women. That's a really high risk. As we age, breast cancer just becomes more common. The issue regarding as to what age you should have your first mammogram is a controversial issue because the Prevention Task Force came out and said that you should have your first mammogram at 50 years old, have it every other year, and end at about 70 years old or 75. The American Cancer Society disagrees with that and had other recommendations, as do many other screening cancer organizations. The most common recommendation is to have your first mammogram at 40 years old and every year. The reality is we don't want to put an end date on that. The other issue that we deal with regarding breast screening is, should a woman have an ultrasound or should they not have an ultrasound? Ultrasounds in general are used in addition to a mammogram, not instead of a mammogram, because mammograms pick up many things that ultrasounds will never pick up. The mammogram still remains the gold standard of breast cancer screening. What's really important to remember is that if you find a lump, it needs to be evaluated by a physician.
Gabby Barrett, thank you so much for being part of our Star 99.9 Nuvance Health Pinktober event tonight. And we are raising money and awareness for breast cancer research. And I know everyone watching is so excited to have you here with us. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And congrats on all your recent success. So anyone who isn't familiar with American Idol, the season that you were on, or they just know your song, I Hope, from hearing it here on Star, give us a quick little background of how you came to today.
At the age of 11, I started performing and doing my own shows and touring. And so from 11 to 17, those 6 years, I was just grinding it out wherever I could, mainly on the East Coast. And then 17 years old rolled around and I got scouted to do American Idol. Producer had reached out and asked me if I was interested in doing the show. Ended up doing it, came in 3rd place in 2018. And then the past 2 years, so much has happened. Really have been able to dive into the Nashville community.
And you got married, and your husband was on the show as well, right?
Yes, I met him on the show, so it was kind of like The Bachelorette mixed with American Idol.
Yeah.
2 for 1.
Exactly. Yeah. And now you're going to be starting your own family. So how does it feel to be coming from a family of 8? And because you're expecting, correct?
Yes, I am. I'm expecting a little girl in January.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Thank you. Pregnancy has been treating me very well. And we're just very excited. A lot of people have been asking too. They're like, "Do you think you're going to write a song about the baby?" And I'm like, maybe. I feel like it's more able to happen and come to be when she's here and you can like see her and kind of describe her more and stuff. So we'll see. But yeah.
Maybe a lullaby album.
Maybe. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
I think that would be good. Well, thank you so much for being here once again, Star 99.9 Nuvance Health Pinktober, and being part of this. It means so much to us. And thank you for talking to us and for your performance of I Hope that we're going to watch right now. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, I hope she makes you smile. The way you make me smile. the phone in the middle of a highway, driving alone. Oh, baby, I hope you hear a song that makes you sing along and get you thinking about her. Then the last 7 miles turn into a blur. I hope you both feeling sparks by the end of the drive. You know she's the one by the end of the night. You never ever felt more freak till your friends say you're so happy. Yeah. I hope she comes along and wrecks every one of your plans. You spend your last night and put her right down her hand. She's brighter than your wildest dreams. She's everything you're ever gonna need. And then I hope she cheats like you did on me, yeah. And then I hope she cheats, yeah, like you did on me. Yeah, then I hope she shows up in a 2 a.m. pic from a friend hanging on to a guy. You just ain't him. I hope you stay up all night, all alone, waiting by the phone. And then she calls, and baby, I hope you work it out. Forgiving just about. Forget, let him take you on a first date again. And when you're leaning for a kiss, I hope you both feeling sparks by the end of the drive. You know she's the one by the end of the night. You never ever found my freak till your friends say you're so happy. Yeah. I hope she comes along and wrecks every one of your plans. You spend your last night and put her right down her hand. She's brighter than your wildest dreams. She's everything you're ever gonna need. And then I hope she cheats like you did on me, yeah. And then I hope she cheats, yeah, like you did on me. Ooh, I hope it goes, comes all the way around, yeah. I hope she makes you feel the same way about her that I feel about you right now. I hope you both feeling sparks by the end of the drive. You know she's the one by the end of the night. You never ever found my freak till your friends say you're so happy. Yeah. I hope she comes along and wrecks every one of your plans. You spend your last time and put her right down her hand. She's wilder than your wildest dreams. She's everything you're ever gonna need. And then I hope she cheats like you did on me, yeah. And then I hope she cheats, yeah, like you did on me, yeah.
This is the Star 99.9 Nuvance Health Pinktober. We are raising money tonight to help fight breast cancer. I want to thank some people who have donated already. William from Woodbury and Chloe from Woodbridge. Remember, you can donate at star999.com/Pinktober. Thanks to our friends at Mutual Security Credit Union. And remember, sharing this video helps. So hit the share button, share it with your friends and family. And the more eyeballs we get, the more donations we get for tonight. Coming up, Christina Kay will talk to an up-and-comer, Jasmine Thompson, and she's going to play the song that she did with Zed called Funny. But first, Linda Sprick tells her amazing story of breast cancer survival.
January 2018, I had my tests done, and then I had to repeat them because they saw something. And then I was called back to have an MRI, which I had never had before, and that really scared me. And then I was asked to come back for a biopsy. And after the biopsy, the radiologist said, "I'll call you in a few days with the results." She called the next morning, and she said to me, "Linda, I'm really sorry to tell you, but you have breast cancer." And at that moment, I couldn't speak. My husband was there, and we just didn't know what to say, because now it was me who had cancer. And where do I go from here? I felt numb. And actually, a day or two later, I received a phone call from Cindy Tyler, who is a patient navigator at New Milford Hospital, and she invited me to come to her office to talk about my situation, and from there she helped me set up some appointments to meet with surgeon. Everything went really very quickly. I just couldn't it was scary, very, very scary. Well, the next step was to get in contact with Cindy Tyler at the New Milford Hospital Cancer Center. And from there, I made an appointment to see a breast cancer surgeon, Dr. Cheng in Danbury, Connecticut. And then we made an appointment for my first surgery, which was a lumpectomy. And when I had the lumpectomy, they removed 3 lymph nodes. And then the results came back, and I had to go for another lumpectomy. I think it's really important to have your annual mammogram, and in my case, because I went faithfully every year, early detection saved my life. And although I had to have radiation treatment, I was lucky that I didn't have to have chemotherapy. And the outcome for me was very good.
Jasmine Thompson, hi.
Hi.
You're calling all the way from London, right?
From London, so it's nice I can do something all the way over in America as well.
Yeah, and for such a good cause too, raising money and awareness for breast cancer. Thank you for being a part of this.
So thank you for having me. It's an absolute pleasure to be a part of something like this.
So 2020, it's been wild for all of us, but really wild for you because you got a song out with Zed right now.
I do. I kind of didn't. It feels like it's not out because normally you'd be doing something. So the music industry is so crazy once you have a song out, and especially if it's someone like Zed, you know, and I've been listening to his music and looking up to him for such a long time. And when the song started to come together, it was before lockdown, but then it kicked in, and obviously I'm in London and Zed's over in LA, so it meant that I couldn't go over there and film a music video and do what you would normally do and tour and promote the song the ways that you do. So it's definitely been like a light at the end of the tunnel, because it has been a bit dark just kind of staying at home and not knowing exactly what to do like everyone else. So being able to put a song out and actually be able to perform it sometimes online and doing those sorts of things. So it is good in a way. I'm really happy it's finally out, really.
Well, thanks for joining us. I'm so excited to hear you perform. You have no idea.
Cheers. Thank you. Right. Do you want to sing funny?
Yes, I would love that. I feel like you're in my living room right now, just like performing for me. This is so cool.
It's kind of nice doing these like little intimate performances because you're just like one-on-one and doing the thing. Yeah, so it's like an acoustic version of funny. Cheers.
I love it.
Curtains are closed now, nothing to see, but a dozen dying roses at our feet. Your timing is perfect, ironic to me, showing up the moment that you shouldn't be. Oh, last time I checked, you're the one that left. Last words you said, that you couldn't care less. It's funny how you miss me more than you could ever love me. Couldn't give me everything and now you want it from me. Funny how it's different now that I got somebody. It's funny. Sending a message to mutual friends. It's like I'm talking to heroes and them. You heard I was happy, and I heard you're not. I guess freedom didn't free you like you thought. Oh, last time I checked, you're the one that left. Last words you said, that you couldn't care less. It's funny how you miss me more than you could ever love me. Couldn't give me everything, and now you want it from me. Funny how it's different now that I got somebody. It's funny.
You're watching the Star 99.9 Nuvance Health Pinktober. We are raising money tonight to help fight breast cancer. I want to thank some people who have donated so far. Stephanie from Westport, Dave from Shelton, and Alex and Darien. Remember, I'll shout you out if you donate. You can donate now, too, at star999.com/Pinktober, thanks to Mutual Security Credit Union. Coming up, Ann and Raven talk to Ava Max, who will also perform her big hit, Sweet But Psycho.
Finding a breast lump is one of the scarier things that can happen to men or women. Just because you have a breast lump does not mean you have cancer. But it does mean it needs to be evaluated because there's the potential. Now, if you find a breast lump at 20 years old, the likelihood of that being cancer is much lower than compared to if you find a breast lump at 80 years old. The main risk factor for developing breast cancer is being a woman. The second risk factor for developing breast cancer is getting older. And the third major risk factor for breast cancer is your family history. So the three top risk factors we really have zero control over. There are several things that we can control in our risk factor picture. One of them is exercise. Exercise decreases the risk of breast cancer. Another thing that is in our control is our weight. Being overweight actually also increases the risk of breast cancer. And the third thing that most people don't like to hear is alcohol intake. What's really important to remember is that if you find a lump at any age, 20 years old, 40 years old, 80 years old, it needs to be evaluated by a physician. Because at the end of the day, at 20 or 30 years old, it most likely is not cancer, but there's a chance that it is. So everything does need to be checked.
Ava Max, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
This is a big deal for us, and we're just so thankful that you were able to be a part of it this evening.
Oh my God, of course. That's an amazing cause.
You've become kind of this female empowerment to this younger generation. So what would be your message that you want to give to them about, like, not just standing on the sidelines, but getting involved and being able to share your feelings and helping with organizations that are raising money for breast cancer and for anything that needs help?
I mean, as much as you can, obviously, to do is good to do it, but also in your craft, like if kids are into something, I think it's important to dive into those hobbies and create something special in your craft. Like for me, I write it in my songs about female empowerment, about equality, about just standing up to bullies, and also like everything in general, like doubters, like to go past those and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I think it's important to dive into the craft and really make something out of your craft that's positive. And obviously organizations and charities.
Ava, can't wait to see your different persona here now with the live performance. Can't wait.
Thank you. Going to the hell side.
Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming on my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming on my mind. She'll make you curse, but she a blessing. She'll rip your shirt within a second. You'll be coming back for seconds with your play. You just can't help it, no, you'll play along. Let her lead you on. You be saying no, then saying yes, cause she messing with your head. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming on my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming on my mind. Grab a cop, gun kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. Yeah, people say run, don't walk away, cause she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. On my mind. Someone said, don't drink her potions. She'll kiss your neck with no emotions. When she's mean, you know you love it, 'cause she tastes so sweet. Don't sugarcoat it, no, no. You'll play along, let her lead you on. You be saying no, no, then saying yes, 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 'cause she messing with you. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind. Grab a cap, gun kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. Yeah, people say run, don't walk away, 'cause she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. Oh, my mind. You're just like me, you're out your mind. I know it's strange, we're both the crazy kind. You're telling me that I'm insane, but don't pretend that you don't love the pain. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, my mind. Oh. I'm on my mind.
You're watching the Star 99.9 Nuvance Health Pinktober. We are raising money tonight to help fight breast cancer. Oh, a donation just came in. Danielle from Milford. Thank you so much for your donation, Danielle. Remember, if you want a shout out, just donate at star999.com/Pinktober right now. Coming up, I'm going to talk to our friend Lukas Graham, who will also perform his song Love Someone. But first, let's hear from one of the great doctors at the Smilo Breast Cancer Center.
I'm Dr. Jean Capassi. I am a breast surgeon at Norwalk Hospital. I've been working here in Norwalk for a long time. I started my practice here in 1995, and I'm delighted to be the surgical director of our Smilo Family Breast Health Center now at Norwalk. I have to say, obviously, I've been here a long time and have thousands of patients. And women going through this diagnosis, they inspire me. Their strength, their fortitude, just getting through all the pieces of the treatment, surgery, sometimes chemotherapy, radiation. It really is remarkable. And what's even more wonderful is seeing them on the other side of things once they're done with their treatments and how well they do and moving forward. And, I just love to see them year after year and, hear how well everything's going. And, there is life after breast cancer, even after going through all those treatments. These days, when we think about breast cancer, we're really focused on not just treating the breast cancer, but also maintaining good quality of life. And, years ago when women had breast cancer, they would have surgery. A lot of them had to have a lot of lymph nodes removed and their arms would get swollen. And now we really limit how many lymph nodes we take so that is not an issue. So many more women don't need chemotherapy. And when they do, we have treatments like cold caps so that they don't lose their hair. So we're very focused on quality of life in addition to the treatment of the cancer. I think the three things that I would want everyone to know is, number one, people should have breast awareness. They should know their own breasts, and this is men too. If they see a change, they should seek attention. All women should be getting their screening mammograms starting at 40. That's really important. And most of all, we should be focusing on healthy lifestyle, because that's one thing that we can do that may even help prevent getting breast cancer. Eating a healthy diet that's low in fat, keeping a healthy body weight, regular exercise, limiting alcohol, all those things will decrease the risk for breast cancer. So I would encourage everyone to live a healthy lifestyle, have your screening mammograms, tell your friends and family to have their screening mammograms. And if there are any problems, seek attention. And we can help you at Smilo because we have the resources. Even if there are financial issues, we've got you covered.
All right, joining us now, one of our favorites from Copenhagen, Denmark, part of our Star 99.9 Nuvance Health Pinktober tonight, Lukas Graham. How are you?
Thank you very much for taking the time to have me on your show. I'm good, thanks.
Your music, we're big fans here in Connecticut, and between 7 years and Love Someone and the new song Share That Love, there's so much emotion behind your songs. And I think for a lot of people watching tonight, music really helps people get through tough times or helps them get inspired. So how does that feel as an artist that your music, helps a lot of people around the world?
It's hard to say what it does specifically because it does a lot of different things and different things at different times. It's like wild to see my words transform into like something real, someone feeling an emotion like that makes them laugh or cry. It's really hard to explain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once again, thank you so much for being part of this tonight. We're going to watch you perform right now. But again, thank you. It means so much to a lot of people. So thank you.
I mean, thank you guys for taking the time and for having me on your show. Yeah, I just want to say, you guys, like the fact that people are listening to the songs that I write is keeping me like in business. Like, thank you for me having a job is basically what I'm trying to say. I really hope you guys enjoy my little live performance. Me and Emilio, my good friend, we're gonna give you guys something to listen to.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Lukas Graham.
Okay, you can start over. It's okay. Give him a break. He can't hear it, but give him a... There are days I wake up and I pinch myself. You're with me, not someone else. And I'm scared, yeah, I'm still scared that it's all a dream. 'Cause you still look perfect as days go by. Even the worst ones, you make me smile. I'd stop the world if it gave us time. 'Cause when you love someone, you open up your heart. When you love someone, you make room. If you love someone and you're not afraid to lose them, you probably never loved someone like I do. You probably never loved someone like I do. When you say you love the way I make you feel, everything becomes so real. Don't be scared, no, don't be scared, 'cause you're all I need. You still look perfect as days go by. Even the worst ones, you make me smile. I'd stop the world if it gave us time. 'Cause when you love someone, you open up your heart. When you love someone, you make room. If you love someone and you're not afraid to lose them, you probably never loved someone like I do. You probably never loved someone like I do. All my life I thought it'd be hard to find the one till I found you. And I find it bittersweet, 'cause you gave me something to lose. But when you love someone, you open up your heart. When you love someone, you make room. If you love probably never loved someone like I do. You probably never loved someone like I do. You probably never loved someone like I do.
You're watching the Star 99.9 Nuvance Health Pinktober. We are raising money tonight to help fight breast cancer. And I want to thank some more people who have donated that just came in. Dawn from Beacon Falls, Shannon in Norwalk, Jill in Monroe, Stephanie in Shelton, and Matt in Fairfield. Remember, you can donate too. Star999.com/Pinktober. Every little bit helps. And if you donate, I'll give you a shout out. And remember to share with your friends and family too. Hit the share button, share the video, because the more eyeballs we get on it, the more donations we get, and the more people we help. So coming up, I'm going to talk to newcomer Sam Fisher, and he's going to play his big hit, This City.
What it means if you have a genetic mutation is that from birth, there's something abnormal in your genes that predisposes you to developing not only breast cancer, but ovarian cancer and possibly other cancers. It's really important that we know if you have a genetic mutation because it definitely changes how we screen your breast for cancer. But if you have breast cancer, it can also change how we treat your cancer. The most common time to get tested, unfortunately, is after you're diagnosed. Testing is most useful when it's done before surgery. And the reason for that is because the result may impact the surgical decision-making. It may impact what type of surgery you choose to have based on the result. And it's a simple question. Am I a candidate for genetic testing? Should I have genetic testing? And that will open up the discussion regarding testing. If you have a strong family history of not just breast cancer, but any family history of ovarian cancer or a family history of colon cancer, you should be discussing genetic testing with your physician. It may change how you are screened for different cancers. For example, if you have a genetic mutation for breast cancer, we will screen you differently than the average risk person who gets screening mammograms once a year. For women with a genetic mutation, it really is incredibly important, though, for screening, because we know they're at a really high lifetime risk of developing breast cancer. So the goal is to diagnose it as early as possible, and that's done through increased screening.
All right, here with Sam Fisher, part of our Star 99.9 Nuvance Health Pinktober event. We are raising money and awareness for breast cancer research locally here in Connecticut. And so many people are watching right now. And Sam, thank you. It means so much to us that you took the time to be with us tonight.
Of course, anything for this kind of cause. I've been personally affected by my best friend growing up. Her mum has battled breast cancer twice and survived. And so anything that I can do to help the cause, I'm honored to be a part. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for doing it. And yeah, we're hearing from a lot of survivors tonight, and I know there's a lot of survivors watching too, so it means a lot that you're here with us. So your song, This City, we've been playing on Star. I know a lot of people watching love it, and it's such an amazing song. And what I think is really interesting is that you had put it out, and then this crazy pandemic happened, and it really started to take off. So what was that like as an artist, that your song was becoming popular during such a strange time?
I mean, it was sick. It was great. Every artist, I think, dreams of having a song be successful on the radio. And, look, there's a little bittersweet aspect to it because I didn't really get to experience everything that, a new artist gets to experience when they have a big song. And I think part of me still can't grasp the success because I haven't been able to experience it out in the world. But I'm grateful for it. It's kept me, doing things that I never thought I would get to do. So I'm grateful for people who like the song and listen to it. And it's a special song for me, and it obviously launched everything. That right there is a sound wave of This City. And
I love that.
Yeah, it's cool. My manager, my wife got it for me for my birthday. And it pays for this apartment. So
Yeah. That's so cool. I was just going to mention that because it's such a neat sort of picture in the background there. I just want to say thank you so much for being part of this again, and all the success in the future. And hopefully we can see you again here in Connecticut when touring starts happening again.
Listen, as soon as we're allowed out, I will be everywhere. I don't want to see my apartment for years. But no, I appreciate you guys having me on and to play songs for you guys, and massive love to all the survivors out there watching and everyone battling. You can do this. You'll get through it. I believe in you. And yeah, these songs go out to you. And yeah, I just appreciate it.
Love that. Thank you so much.
Of course. Cheers, mate. Thank you so much, Star 99, for having me. And this is my song called This City. I've been seeing lonely people in crowded rooms, covering their old heartbreaks with new tattoos. It's all about smoke screens and cigarettes, looking through low lights at silhouettes. But all I say is lonely people in crowded rooms. The city's gonna break my heart. The city's gonna love me then leave me alone. The city's got me chasing stars. It's been a couple months since I felt like I'm home. Am I getting closer to knowing where I belong? The city's gonna break my heart. She's always gonna break your heart. Oh, no, no. I remember mornings where my head didn't hurt, and I remember nights when I didn't feel like work. She wakes up at noon and she's out till 3. She leaves her perfume all over me. But I remember mornings where my head didn't hurt. Oh, the city's gonna break my heart. The city's gonna love me then leave me alone. The city's got me chasing stars. It's been a couple months since I felt like I'm home. Am I getting closer to knowing where I belong? The city's gonna break my heart. She's always gonna break your heart. Ooh, yeah, yeah. She got a hold on me. She got me wrapped around her finger. She got a hold on me. She got me wrapped around her finger. The city's gonna break my heart. The city's gonna love me then leave me alone. The city's got me chasing stars. It's been a couple months since I felt like I'm home. Am I getting closer to knowing where I belong? The city's gonna break my heart. She's always gonna break your heart. Ooh, yeah, yeah. The city's gonna break my heart. She's always gonna break your heart. Sending you so much love. I'm Sam Fisher. That's Martin. Thank you, Star 99, for having us. Mwah.
And I want to thank everyone who has donated so far. Thanks to our friends at Mutual Security Credit Union. And Gail from Bayside, she just made a donation. Mel from Stamford, she made one too. We are raising money tonight to help fight breast cancer. So again, thank you for all your donations. You can still donate at star999.com/Pinktober. And coming up, our final performance of the night is going to be The Head and the Heart. But first, an inspiring story from one of our survivors, Michelle Lish.
I'm Michelle Lish. Well, I was so busy caring for my husband who had cancer that I just neglected my health and should have had my mammography that year. And as I was in the hospital for something unrelated, during an exam, they had noticed something on my breast, which led them to bring in some specialists to speak with me and to further do some examinations. And then it just snowballed. It's been 2 years since I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I am so happy to say that I feel for the first time in the past couple of months absolutely myself. I feel healthy. I'm clearer mentally. I'm happier. I don't think about breast cancer. I think about leading a more healthy styled life. I never miss a doctor's appointment. And I owe all of that to all of the support that I received all along the way, family, friends, anybody affiliated with Norwalk or my cancer care. I'm just so thankful that I'm able to be alive and to experience the love of my family and my friends and to feel good about myself. If I had to give others who are in that unfortunate situation as I had, I would say do your research. Learn everything you can about your diagnosis. Research every doctor until you're absolutely comfortable. Your treatment, your place of treatment should be somewhere where you feel as good as you can feel. And I think upmost what I would tell, don't take your health for granted. Don't put off a mammography. Your health, your family, and your life are the most important things, and they shouldn't be neglected.
Joining us now is Charity and Maddie from The Head and the Heart, our Star 99.9 Nuvance Health Pinktober. For artists like yourselves, you know, music really helps a lot of people, whether they're a cancer survivor or just someone going through a hard time. I mean, in 2020, so many people are going through some tough stuff. So how does it feel as an artist that your music is helping people? You know, the art that you create is helping people. It must be such an amazing feeling.
I have to say that's like, and as a like fan myself of music, you know, not just as a creator of it, it's like the most powerful thing about music. I think when you're in an honest place channeling, when you're creating the art, like I think that's when it can really like get to that higher plane and it can really like have those healing qualities. And I don't know, it's just it's the biggest gift when people have come up to us or like reached out and like mentioned how it's helped them through hard times, you know. That's when you've made it, you know, like that's the success, I'd say.
So let's talk about Honeybee a bit, because we've been playing that on the station here. I know a lot of people watching have heard it on Star. And so that song, you know, if people don't know, it's been out for a little bit now, but how does it feel to have a song that sort of took on a new life?
It's definitely been like a silver lining on this crazy year for us, you know, like knowing that song's out there connecting with people.
Mm-hmm. It's a cool thing, for sure. Yeah. Thank you for your support and, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We've been hearing from listeners, and you know, I've known of your band for a couple of years now, but I know there's so many new listeners who are hearing your music for the first time, and they love it too. So. And
speaking of Honeybee, this is gonna be our first time performing it on an acoustic guitar.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So
we normally will play it on piano. It's got that piano intro. So
this is a
limited edition. Couch.
An exclusive. Yeah, I like it.
So yeah, those of you at home can just imagine the piano intro going, and then
for those unfamiliar, this is Honeybee.
Yeah. This is Honeybee. Could you imagine where our lives would lead? The silly ring
something I couldn't see. Honey, babe, I can't imagine how my life would be if all your gravity did not hit me. All I want you see, darling, my honey, babe. But here we are, after all the mistakes and conditions, through the stars that we never really understood. And if I walk on sunlight, I never could forgive myself for leaving. You are the only one. Such a fool. I took your love and out of the rules. You took the blow and didn't let it show. Stuck around and let me know. Built a family of our own. Look around. We made a good enough love we found. So many reasons I would fight to stay. You're the courage when I fade. Take a look at what we've made. But here we are, after all the mistakes and conditions, through the stars, yeah, we never really owned desires. And if I walk on sunlight, I never could forgive myself for leaving. You're the one, you are the only one. Won't you decide? Won't you decide? I want you to decide. Don't tell anyone. Little by little, we meet in the middle. That's alright. I want you to decide. Hope you can hear me. I needed you near me. You saved my life. Don't tell anyone. Just keep this between you and I. And if I walk on standing down, I never could forgive myself for leaving out. And if I walk on standing down, I never could forgive myself for leaving out. You're the one, you are the only one. And if I walk on standing down, I never could forgive myself for leaving out. You're the one, you are the only one.
Yay! Well, thank you so much, Charity and Maddie, the head and the heart, for being part of our event tonight. We really appreciate it. I know everyone watching right now really appreciates you being part of it. It really means a lot to us and to Nuvance Health, and all the people who are supporting breast cancer research here in Connecticut.
No, thank you for putting this on. And my mom's a survivor, and she just wanted to, like, you know, send love, and anyone who's like going through this, you know, like don't panic. You know, it's more common, and they're getting better at treatment, and you know, and listen to your body. And anyway, so love to all the people going through it and all the survivors, and thank you for putting this on. It's a good thing. So
Absolutely, and our thoughts are with you and her and your family too as well.
yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kevin. Yeah.
That's our show. Thank you so much for watching our Star 99.9 Nuvance Health Pinktober tonight. Thanks to Mutual Security Credit Union for helping us out with the donations. And remember, you can still donate at star999.com/Pinktober. And if your friends and family weren't able to watch tonight, or maybe you missed some parts, you got up to run to the kitchen and get a snack real quick, we're going to post the whole show on the Star Facebook page. So you can watch it again. You can share it with friends and family. And once again, thank you so much for all your donations. And we'll see you again next year for Pinktober.